Hey Aquarius, thanks for tuning in to your April 2020 X reading. How was March, guys? I hope you had an amazing month. As you can see, the layout has changed. In fact, a lot of changes are coming to Soul Embers, which I'm super excited about. And they've come about through your comments, the likes, and the views. I'm fine-tuning existing readings and I'm also introducing some new ones, which is super exciting. If you haven't checked out the video about these changes, it's called Change is Coming, and the link is in the description box below. Guys, check it out because it gives you the opportunity to also weigh in on what you want to see more of. Anything and everything you need to know about how I go about doing the readings, how the energies, timing applies, what to do if the message doesn't resonate, the content, which has important information about the content, the disclaimer, which has important information on the content of the channel and who it's intended for. And of course, guys, my contact details if you want to reach out to me for a personal reading. I'd love to do one for you, okay? So let's jump into it and see what's going on in the month of April when it comes to you and your ex Aquarius, and what brings you here today. Who am I connecting with, Spirit? What brings Aquarius here today? What energy are they currently in? How are they feeling? How is their ex feeling towards them? What messages do we have for the Aquarius in the collective? All right, guys, so I've already shuffled and cleansed your cards, and I see a lot of bubbles. I'm seeing so many bubbles. It's like, you know, when someone pulls the plug and the bubbles start to surface? It's like, that's what I'm getting. Like all these bubbles are rising to the top. Something's surfacing. Someone's pulled the plug on something, or someone has said something and it's caused something to bubble up and it's time to shift. That's what I'm feeling, guys. All right, so let's have a look at what's going on. Like I said, I've already cleansed and meditated on your energies. All right. Aquarius, what's going on with my beautiful Aquarius? This is the one I want. I'll take this one. Wow, guys, so it seems that you're both currently not talking, you and this ex. So if I actually very, very strongly feel that. So if you are in communication with your ex, I would say that this is not the reading for you. But I feel that you're both not communicating, and there is a lot of telepathy going on. There's a lot of mental, there's a lot of thoughts of what's happened, of how it unfolded, and it's not just on one end, it's on both ends. You are currently in a space where I feel you're trying to understand what the reason is that certain things have happened. Like, you don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't understand how you thought you had all your ducks in a row. You thought you had it figured out with this person, and obviously something's happened, and you're trying to put it together. You're trying to understand it. You're trying to figure it out. You're going over it and over it in your head. I feel that you're feeling that how you were blinded by certain things potentially, or you feel blinded. I'm connecting with that energy a lot more. You feel like you can't see. All you know is that something that you have, there's this sense of someone's not done right by you, and you're trying to figure out how this all happened. So you're trying to connect the dots, Aquarius. Meanwhile, the ex the person that you're here for today is equally feeling anxious. They understand that they did wrong here. They understand that they've left you blinded. This is what I keep seeing. I see that there's only so much that you can see forward, and they're understanding of that. They have the weight, all right, whether it be, a good thing or a bad thing in your eyes, however you want to place it if the message is resonating with you. But they have the weight to carry of making a decision that was underhanded. They made a decision that was coming from a very low vibration. They acted out of ego or pride, or shall we say, in the moment of anger. They said some things that were truly hurtful for even their own ears to hear, and they know they can't take those things back. There is a lot of guilt associated with what they've done and how it reflects on them as a character. Okay. Meanwhile, you're sitting there blindfolded, not understanding what the F's gone on, and they've taken on the weight that feels like the weight of the world, and they're really struggling to process what has happened here, and they want to set themselves free from this energy. They want to set themselves free from this anxiety. So I feel that you're not in communication at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if this person actually reaches out to you, because they need to release some of that. By having a conversation, they need to release some of that anxiety and guilt. They need some kind of confirmation that it wasn't so bad. and Aquarius is like, they say, what? It wasn't so bad? Let's have a look. Let's pull some cards out and see. Let's get this map going. All right. So yeah, you've decided that, okay, look, I don't understand this. I really don't. I'm blinded. I'm going to go within. You're looking at this, Aquarius, from a very objective point of view, whilst being very hurt at the same time. I feel that you're finding it easier to work through this process by removing yourself from it and looking at it as a third party, as objective as possible. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to continue to take care of myself. I can't let myself go. I just want to look damn good. I just want to make this person regret what they've said and what they did. I don't know why. I have no idea why I have this feeling that they may have said something that was just so childish and so tactless, like that had to do with your body or something about your body. And now you're like, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to feed myself right. I'm going to go and exercise if that's something you do. I'm going to pick up a hobby. I'm going to really put a lot of effort into taking care of myself and looking really good and showing them that I don't need them. I can be without them. That yes, I'm hurt. Yes, this was really, really distressing, to say the very, very least, and they saw the pain in your eyes, but you are so determined to show them that you can bounce back just fine because you've done nothing wrong. So there's nothing for you to hold back from. You can step into continuing to be your best self and parade that around and, really embrace your personal strengths and your personal power and get it out there and show it to the world, because you've got absolutely nothing to hide. But there's still that underlying factor of, you're still blindfolded. There are still issues here that you need to work through. So you may be getting a lot of attention, Aquarius, and people around you are probably saying, you look freaking amazing, you smell good, your hair looks amazing. If you're a masculine, you're really starting to there's this glow about you, masculine or feminine, guys, right? And people are gravitating towards you now, that you're lifting your vibration, but at the same time, it's almost like you kind of push things to the side for now so you can work on yourself. It's like one foot in front of the other. That's the energy I'm currently getting from you. But you're moving forward, Aquarius, because there's nothing for you to feel like holding on to or holding back from, other than the fact that you're finding it hard to let go because you don't have the closure that you need. And so there's a bit of confusion here as to, you know what if I still love this person, or I still want to be with this person, or surely there's got to be another explanation for this. So you go from having those thoughts, whether you like them or whether you don't, having those thoughts to an understanding that the reality is that how can I move forward knowing what I now know, you know? So it's still fresh, even if it's old news. Does that make sense? It seems like you've either pushed this to the side for some time now and it's starting to surface. And so you're faced, maybe you're thinking about them a lot. Maybe you're feeling like you're energetically connecting with them telepathically, like I said before. And that's because something is starting to surface. Maybe, Aquarius, it's really time to allow yourself to unpack this and go through the emotion. Maybe it's time for that. That's the message I'm getting here. Meanwhile, this person definitely made a decision to, you know what? They had already made, I feel, this is what I'm getting. They had already made the decision to move on and give elsewhere, in whichever aspect of life. And I'm not just talking about in one area, I'm saying in every other area. And then you found out. So it's almost like they had already set this in motion sometime before you guys actually cut ties. That's the feeling I'm getting. And when I look at this, it is a need for them to find balance in their life. They were so unbelievably imbalanced. They truly needed to get in contact with their spiritual side, with their higher self. I feel that they were constantly repeating cycles, repeating behaviors, repeating patterns. What they would say is not what they would do, not just with you, but with other people. They truly wanted to be a particular way, let's say, which is, I guess, what you held on to, but they weren't carrying through and they weren't carrying out. And so they found that they have this lack of confidence that they could ever achieve what it is that they set out to achieve. So they'd sabotage themselves, and as a result, they'd sabotage the relationships that they're in, their work even. I feel that they may have even gone from job to job, or they never quite made it to that promotion that they've been looking at for the last 2 years, let's say. And it's always been because things haven't been quite right. Things have been out of balance. They don't have time, or this got in the way, or this is happening. There was always a reason and an excuse as to why they couldn't deliver on their promises. And it's reached the point where they're now reflecting and they're seeing that, you know what, I am full of empty promises. They're really facing the character that they have built from the decisions that they've made, because it's our choices that build character, right? And that's what they're reflecting on. What kind of a character and what kind of person I am based on the choices that I've made. So this is the energy you guys are currently in. And I don't see for the month of April, I don't really see there being any communication. I just feel that things are starting to surface for you, and this person is so unbelievably guilty. The guilt is not allowing them to move forward. That's what I'm getting, guys. So to close the reading off, I'm going to pull one of these amazing cards out as to how you can go about working through this energy in the month of April, Aquarius, because I really do feel that you're wanting to, whatever this thing is that's bubbling that you need to address, recognize it. Recognition. Oh my goodness. How amazing is this card? Recognition. And so what I'm getting is that there's this calling for you to finally face it. If you're feeling at the moment that you are uneasy, like I said, you're thinking about them, you feel that you're energetically connecting with them, I feel it's because there are things that need to come to the surface for you to work through and finally get the closure that you need, whether it has to do with communication or whether it does not. But it takes a lot more strength and confidence to connect with this type of energy of facing it than it does to kind of put one foot in front of the other. Okay, we get that. Putting one foot in front of the other and doing what's necessary to keep moving is a natural part of that separation process of grief. But there comes a time where it's time to unpack it. And I feel that you've gotten used to living with this feeling and it's almost like the norm now. But I'm feeling that Spirit is saying, no, Aquarius, it's really time to unpack this. If you want to release this and let it go and attract new love and get more clarity and gain more expansion in your love life, then it's time to recognize it. Really step into your personal power. Maybe work on those solar plexus even, you know, to unblock it as you work through this in the month of April. So I'm going to read the definition from the book for you guys and see how you can, you know, keep the hope and the faith up as you work through these, because it does take a lot of discipline to work through these types of energies. It is important that we each feel recognized and seen for our hard work and unique contributions we make to this world. This is why the recognition card has come to you today. The universe does see you and all that you do. You are being given the recognition, love and support which you deserve. So if ever in doubt, like I feel there's this feeling where, remember how we said it's almost like everything was going fine, all your ducks were in a row, you thought whatever you thought was going well, you had the rug pulled from under your feet. And this person had already started this process well and truly unknown to you before the separation even occurred. So there's this thing of trying to connect the dots, right? And so it's saying here that the universe sees all that you've done, which is why you've been able to work through this process and really build yourself and really build your own, you know, gain, put work into yourself, really do your own personal growth, your own professional growth, take care of what needs to be taken care of, take care of your body both in and out. The reason why you've been able to work through that and not hold back and not fall in a heap is because the universe is giving to you exactly what you need so that you can release and let this go. Now, this card can also come when we are about to receive recognition in the physical world as well. You could be receiving an award, honor, or mention. This could be at work or with a community or social group. This can also be on a smaller scale in a more personal way. Either way, you are being seen, recognized, and honored for what you do. Whatever form it comes in, just remember that Spirit speaks to us through the physical world and through the mouths of others. Whether you are just beginning or are already working on a project or idea, be aware that the actions you take now could lead you to being recognized publicly. This could be on a small scale or with the public at a large. Either way, your current efforts will be recognized in the future. No matter what it is you do or how well you feel you are doing it, Spirit is giving you a cosmic pat on the back. You have done well. Now just allow yourself to really take that in. Good job, you. With the empowerment you gain in feeling recognized and appreciated, you will then begin you will then be given the opportunity to begin to pay it forward. Every time someone you encounter does something which impresses you, be sure to tell them. Not only will you completely make their day, but you'll be surprised how good it will make you feel as well. So, I know these definitions are really long. What I'm getting from this is that you did not get the recognition that you need, guys. And I feel that there is a lot of love around you. You're doing amazingly well in your own professional, personal, friendships, all of that. But there's something that you're still holding on to. I feel this person sees it. They see the gains that you've made. Huge gains, Aquarius. I'm so proud of you. And not only does the universe stand beside you as you work through this space in April, I feel that they're going to give you the empowerment that you need and the strength that you need and the courage that you need to really unpack this energy. I feel that this person is about to come in and tell you that they recognize your worth. Okay, so when they recognize your worth, Aquarius, don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are and don't fall into any traps. That's the message I'm getting here. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I love reading your stories. I do try to respond to all of them. Have a fantastic month, and I'll see you for your May 2020 X reading. Bye, Aquarius.